Hi, and welcome to House Blend on SCVTV. It's the place where local musicians of all persuasions come to play their original material, and you and I get to know them better when they join us for a little conversation. I'm Stephen K. Peeples, your House Blend host. Thanks for dropping in. My special guests in this edition are rock and soul singer, writer, and guitarist Sean Wiggins, and our equally rockin' guitarist and producer, Paul Houston. They're members of a popular Santa Clarita Valley band called Lone Goat and have 3 albums out. But they also play unplugged gigs as a duo, and that's what we're going to hear in the next half hour. Welcome to House Blend, Sean. Glad to have you with us.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right. Now, your background is bi-coastal. You're originally from New York. You went to high school in Oregon. You studied college down here at UCLA, back to New York for more private training. That's like pretty, full circle there.
Yeah, I just can't stop moving, I guess. But now I'm a little more planted now.
Well, what did you pick up along the way on each stop? I mean, starting out in New York, what was your first musical inspiration? How did you get started with it?
I listened to a lot of musicals, and I entertained my camp tent mates singing Jesus Christ Superstar to them at night, ad nauseum. So they were a little tired of it after a bit.
Well, that's good. And then off to Oregon?
Yeah.
Singing with a jazz combo. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we were doing all progressive jazz, more like Chuck Mangione and Chick Corea and that kind of stuff. So.
Very good. Well, a lot of that's instrumental. Where did the vocals come in?
The vocals are more like instrumental vocals, so more Al Jarreau kind of scatty
there you
kind
go.
of stuff.
Cool, cool. All right, well, you launched your solo career in 1999, right?
Yes.
And tell us how that got started and about your first solo record.
Well, I had been in a bunch of bands playing all over Hollywood and the Roxy and the Troubadour and all that kind of stuff.
All the showcase joints.
Yeah. So I'd done all of that, and I was in other people's bands, and finally it was like, I need to do my own thing and get out on the road and travel, and it was the best thing I could have ever done.
Now, what was the title of the first album?
My solo album?
Yeah, your solo.
1,000 Steps.
You had to stop and think about that for a moment.
It's been a while now.
Now, and then how and when did you land in the Santa Clarita Valley?
The first time was right around the earthquake.
Which was in 94.
94.
January 17th, I remember.
Okay.
It's my sister's birthday, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was living up here then with my now ex-husband, and it was just, this is a good place to live, and it was a new and upcoming place at that time.
Right.
Now it's established and crazy and fun.
There's a lot of stuff up here. You don't necessarily have to go over the hill anymore, do you?
No, I can play up here. It's so nice to play near my own house.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, we're going to find out a little bit about Paul in just a minute, your partner. But right now, we're going to hear one of the songs from Naked Thursdays, right?
Yes.
And it's kind of a bluesy song. Tell us about the new LA Blues.
The new LA Blues is because it's the second time I recorded it. So that's why it's new. But it's basically, I went to a club one night and I was listening to a guy play, and he was very excited because he'd just gotten here from a little town in Montana. And he was pretty sure he was going to be famous in about 2 weeks. I'd been here for a little while, so I knew that 2-week timeline might be a little short. Yeah. So I wrote, it inspired me to write this song talking about how LA doesn't really work that way.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right, well, let's hear it right now on House Blend. Here's Sean Wiggins and Paul Houston with the new LA Blues.
This is a story about dichotomy. If you don't know the meaning, try and listen to me. Yeah. Might get crazy, so hold on tight. Grab yourself a drink or two and treat me might be here all night. Well, there was a boy named Billy. He came into this town. Had big dreams about a playing around. Well, now he's been in nearly 125 years. With not much more to show than a bucket of tears. Well, I saw him play, I think it was last week. He was looking kind of sallow, he was acting kind of meek. He said all he needed was to get out of this place. I don't think I could forget that face in the LA Blues. Little fish in the big pond news. LA I've been getting out on the road. I've been meeting lots of people, they're both young and old. There's a bunch of folks playing fancy guitars, dreaming of a chance to become superstars. Try to tell them a bit, but they don't listen. Dreaming of bright lights that twinkle and glisten. You know, sometimes they ask to ride along, thinking they got the look and that perfect song. They get the LA blues. Little fish in the big pond blues. Oh, LA blues. Well, when we found we're done paying, oh, steady do you do 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 Well, everyone here is just dying to get out, thinking that the small town might be the answer to the drought. While everyone out there complains of rain and snow, well, the answer's in the palm trees and the sun, don't you know? Now you heard the word and you see what it means. No one's really happy except on those movie screens. The grass is always greener is the philosophy. And I have the definition of dichotomy. Ooh, we got the LA blues. Little fish in the big pond blues, yeah. Oh, LA blues. Well, when we found we're done paying. Well, when we found we're done paying. Well, when we found we're done paying. Those LA blues.
That's Sean Wiggins with Paul Houston and the new LA Blues. That's a tune from Naked Thursdays, the third and latest album by Sean Wiggins and her band Lone Goat. I'm Stephen K. Peeples, your House Blend host on SCVTV, and we're back on the set with Sean. Now, tell us a little bit about Paul, your guitar partner, and he produces your some of your tracks too, right?
Mm-hmm. It's kind of a collaborative venture, but he's just when we met, he just has the same vision for music as I do. It just sort of, we didn't even have to try. It just was like a match made in heaven.
Now tell the story of how you met. It was a pretty cool story. You're playing in a club and...
I was playing in a club where he was running the night and running sound and taking care of the whole thing. And he heard me play and came up to me afterwards and said, "Hey, do you want to get together and play sometime?" And I think we got together and played and never stopped for, now it's been 7.5 years.
Well, that's great. And then at some point you started assembling a band, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and that's where Lone Goat came in.
That's where Lone Goat came in, yeah.
Very good, very good. Now, the band has gone through a few different lineups, right? But who's in the band right now?
Right now we have James Patterson on bass, who I've known since I was 14. We played in a jazz band in high school.
Cool.
We have Bill Stooley on drums, Paul Houston on electric guitar, and I play acoustic and sing.
All right, sounds good. Well, let's hear another song from Naked Thursdays. It's the opening track. It's called Closer to Me. What's the title all about, and what's the song all about?
It's sort of, it's about watching someone from afar and imagining how you would be so perfect together, and it just is never going to happen.
Here's Sean Wiggins with Paul Houston on House Blend with Closer to Me.
I would walk 5,000 miles just for you, juggle the stars in the sky just to prove I climb a mountain, swim the widest sea. If that might bring you closer, oh, and closer to me. Baby, if I learn Italian or Greek, dress in the finest, the ultimate chic, wine you and dine you, anything to please. If that might bring you closer, oh, and closer to me. But you're like a picture that hangs on a wall, begs you to look, but don't you dare to fall, 'cause you'll fall. That's all. What if I can't find the right words to say? If I had my chance to, if you come my way, would I fumble? Would I dare to speak? Well, could I bring you closer? Oh, and closer to me. I've held your hands in the sweetness of dreams, shared fears and secrets, so many things. Then I awaken, and it's plain to see. Well, I didn't bring you closer, oh, and closer to me. Well, I couldn't bring you closer, oh, and closer to me.
Closer to Me, that's Sean Wiggins with Paul Houston. It's a track from Naked Thursdays, the third album by Sean and Lone Goat. I'm Stephen K. Peeples, your House Blend host on SCVTV, and we'll be back with Sean right after this quick break.